Macduff is in. 1400 metres sent on their way. Macduff was slow into stride. Towards the inside, Mumsy's Jet is right there. PERA Palace, scent of the Tigers, got a good position shortly after the start. Masala, then comes Procol Harum. They are followed further back in the field. Masala's along the inside rail, racing about 6 or 7 off them. Gone Baby Gone and Seattle Skyline, they wide out on the track. Then Amazon King further back is Cutting Edge. Trojan Harbour's on the outside of runners. Then comes Macduff, and Captain Courtiers will have to come from the trail of the field about 8 or 9 lengths off the leader. PERA Palace leading it. Gone Baby Gone with the blinkers is back second. And then third, Scent of the Tiger at the rail. The orange colours of Seattle Skyline. Trojan Harbour's going around them. And then comes Mumsy's Jet. Marsala's further back in the run. Then Cutting Edge. Procol Harum's further back, Amazon King, and then comes Macduff, and Captain Courteous comes out for a run. Coming down to the last 300 metres, and it's still PERA Palace the leader. Behind that, Seattle Skyline, Trojan Harbour, Gone Baby Gone, and Procol Harum's also running on, but is hanging in. Coming to the last 200 though, and PERA Palace still goes. It's PERA Palace. Procol Harum's trying to close it down, but PERA Palace is going on to win it. Procol Harum second, Seattle Skyline, then Gone Baby Gone. PERA Palace is victorious, the Imperial Stride for the winners. Luke Ferraris, they took the lead shortly after the start, continue to find, and it's win number 3 from 12. Paul Peters, the trainer, Rite Skral stud. Procol Harum was all over the track. You'll see head twisted from the top of the stretch, third to Seattle Skyline. Further back, Gone Baby Gone, and then came Trojan Harbour, followed by Amazon King, and then Captain Courteous. Toad favourite was number 4, the winner, PERA Palace. The red sleeves 3 off the left-hand side. Look at the horse 3 or 4 off the right-hand side, and that is Procol Harum with the orange cap. Watch this horse. Head twisted, starts to drift in, stick in the right hand, continues to drift, and gets beaten by about that length and a quarter. But a nice win for PERA Palace. Toad favourite 440 until race 9. We're back on the poly, back to the studio.
Well, trainer Paul Peters come down to KZN supporting Daily News Race Day with his big horse Majestic Mambo, and brought down a few other runners on the day. And they've had a second with the filly, and what a brilliant run from Majestic Mambo, running on for second. And this horse, PERA Palace, I must thank Paul as well for giving us some feedback on how the horse travelled, which I did pass on to the viewers, Paul. But before we touch on this win, taking nothing away from this horse's victory, but I just like your comments on Majestic Mambo. You must be super pleased with that run.
Yes, it was his first run outside Turfington, the track that we train at home. So it was all strange and new to him. We were very happy with the run. He will improve on the run, and please God, he'll go for the July now.
That's really nice to hear that you're going to take a plunge and go for it.
Yes, because I know he will improve, because the first time he travelled and he sweated up. It was all strange to him, so I think, but he's getting better, and yeah, he'll improve.
Well, glad to hear that. Coming back to this individual, thank you for your comments, which I did pass on. You said this horse travelled down superbly well.
Yeah, a lot of them, they all travelled well, but this guy, he travelled the best. He ate more last night than he eats at home. So we were quite confident of a good run from him, and a very, very special win for Lawrence. But little Luke Ferraris riding a winner for me, because his grandfather, Orman Ferraris, and our big, big friends. We're neighbours, and we spend a lot of time together, and I'm happy that his grandson could ride a winner for me.
A smart move from you, taking the 4 off.
Yes, this kid is definitely worth his 4, and I think he's going to go from strength to strength, because he's got a racing brain.
Well, overall, it's turned out to be a successful move, bringing these horses down to KZ, and you're very pleased with the results.
Yes, we can't complain. We had a second in the maidens, a second in the Group 1, and a winner. Thank God for the successful trip, and we'll take it.
Well, all the best with this individual and all the best with Majestic Mambo leading up to this year's Vodacom Durban July, Paul, and well done with this win as well.
Thank you so much, and once again, thanks to Lawrence and my sponsors, Upper Paint.
Lovely. That is trainer Paul Peter. Let's get young Luke Ferraris in, and we mentioned the horse's style of racing, the 4 kgs off. There's no prizes for guessing where you're going to be when the starter says go.
Yes, the plan was to go to the front. Had to work to get there, but he got there and he switched off lovely.
You needed a fit horse to get the job done because you pressed the button quite early at the top of the straight.
Yes, Mr. Peter's done a phenomenal job with him. He was spot on today.
You're loving the racing now. You're getting more confident, gaining the experience. It shows in your riding as well.
Yes, I can't get enough of it. Really enjoying it, loving every minute.
How many winners now, young man?
It's 10th.
10, that's it, claim 4?
It goes to 20.
Goes to 20, 10 more for this young man. He can't wait to get there, but support is what it's about, and Paul did mention that he's good mates with your grandpa.
Yeah, geez, you need the support. Thankfully, I am getting Mr. Peter also spot on today.
Well, it's nice to have a winner on any race day, but on a big race day, it does make it a bit more special, doesn't it?
It does, it's lovely with the crowd shouting you home. It really does add to the atmosphere.
Well, you just keep up the good work, young man. You've got to that double-figure mark, and all the best.
Thank you, sir. Just big thanks to the Werners, to Mr. Paul Peter. Thanks.
Well done.
Thanks, sir.
Lovely. Luke Ferraris gaining in confidence with every ride that he gets, and he's given this horse an supreme ride from the front, number 4, PERA Palace. If you caught this quartet, the numbers you'll need, 4, 2, 10, and 12. Up next, it's the last leg of the place accumulator and the pick 6, race number 9. It doesn't stop there. We've got 10 races on Daily News Race Day. But up next will be race number 9.